Hey guys, this is Horse Race Investing with another video. And I wanted to do more of a mindset video I've been pondering on. So overall, I feel like the way we should treat like the options market is like a casino, I would say. But there's good sides and bad sides to having a casino. So it's kind of what I'm talking about is the reality of the options market. So there's many ways. Let's take the example of there's two sides. There's the person who's betting, and then there's the house, right? So most of the time, the house has the edge, right? So if you want to start buying, I would say how that relates to stock market is just with regular call and put options, right? So that would be like taking the bet with probably a lower probability of making money overall because you're using the leverage, right? And the other side to it is someone who's selling the calls or the puts. So they're probably the house because they have most of the liquidity that they're giving to you. So they take an edge. But if you make money as the guy buying the calls, you make much more of a return, right? If you're right. But you lose probably all of your premium if you're wrong. But on the side of, so let's say, selling puts, right, which I'm going to talk about today as a strategy for long-term success. So overall, the person selling the puts will not make as much of a crazy return if they're right, but they probably won't lose much to any money if they're wrong. So that it's kind of a house, and like example, like the house won't make a crazy amount of money on one table, but since they have so many tables, they'll make a lot of money. And the better, they'll make a crazy amount of money if they get lucky and right, I guess. So in the market, I wanted to talk about how selling puts could be a really good and this is a common strategy, but I think I have some nuances how people can, I guess, make more money in general and just get better prices and stuff like that. So the example I wanted to talk about that was recently a good trade was probably, this is what I was looking at. So the Children's Place, right? So overall, like we can see, like I would say the best time to so our strategy is going to be, the strategy I'm going to talk about is selling puts so you can collect the premium immediately and invest it wherever you want. So my mindset to this is, so basically we have to find a certain undervalued stock that we'd want to buy. So I'll explain how the system or how selling puts works for everyone who doesn't know, I guess. So how it would work is, so basically we're kind of, the simple way to think about it is we're giving the liquidity. So I would talk about it like an insurance company, right? So basically we're taking on the risk of the price falling down under a certain level. So I'll show you guys here. So let's say this is June 14th. We're selling this put, right? So let's say $11 strike price, right? So right now it's $10.99. So let's say the stock was under $11. You would have to, they would exercise at the probably the expiry date, and then you would have to buy the shares for $11. But since you're taking that risk to buy it for $11, if it goes under $11, you will collect a $2 premium that you'll get up front. So you get $200 up front, basically, because you're putting up around $1,100 because you have to buy 100 of these, right? So you have to buy 100 shares. So that would be around $1,100. So you get $2 of premium on front. So $200. So you'll get $200. So that's right around a 20% return in 30 days, which is kind of crazy. And I'll show you how you can get these kind of crazy returns, which you won't get with most stocks. So the most special thing I would say about this position is, so the big thing I think people should look for these type of things is find high implied volatility stocks, right? That you're willing to buy. Like let's say an Apple and these companies, they won't have high implied volatilities. Let's actually look real quick. Apple. Let's look trade options. Okay, let's go to right around 35 days. Yeah, June. So let's say at the money calls, right? This would be only around a 19% implied volatility compared to 160. So basically, you increase the price of the premium if the implied volatility is higher, because it's like, oh, it's more volatile, something can happen type. It's like option pricing, right? So basically, you'll be compensated much more. So think about it here. So in this situation, you're gonna get $3.9 a premium, which will be $390. But look how much you'll have to put up front. You'll have to put $185 times 10. So you're gonna have to put $18,000 or almost $19,000 to get a $400 premium, which just, it's not as attractive as the option I was talking about before on the Children's Place. But when the applied volatility is high, it could show that there's risk. So I was doing research on this business, and then it is, I would say it's definitely in trouble. So you have to like pick a business that you like, and if the implied volatility is like high, then you can sell the puts. If let's say you like a business and you think the business will go up in the long term, and you think, oh, I want to buy the shares, but the implied volatility is low, I would say you can actually, I have a different strategy where I'll show in the next video, which will be more helpful for you, which will be buying leaps and other types of calls. So I would say in general, with this strategy, you would want high implied volatility stocks that are down about 70-80%. So the applied volatility, let's say it's like dropped recently a lot, then, because like the problem is with this strategy is, let's say you do these $11 puts, right? Or you sell these $11 puts, and then the stock drops to like $5, then you're out here buying it at 11. So you want to buy a stock which you're confident in. Let's say like a lot of people, what I've seen they're doing is stocks like PayPal, these kind of more deeper value stocks they're doing it with. You don't want to do them with high flying companies at overstretched valuations, which could be like really bad. So like these things, even if the price is stable, right? Let's say like, oh, it's over 11, let's say for the 30 days, let's say it's over $11, right? And then you just collect the premium, and then they won't exercise the option because it's worthless, right? So then you just get $2. Then you can keep cycling this, get $2 every 30 days. And then if the implied volatility still stays high, you keep making money like that. And within like 5 months, you get your money back, and you can keep rotating the money. So it's kind of like a really good strategy. Or you can take the $2 and place it somewhere else. So it's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's like income, but I would say it's like an insurance company where you're taking the premiums up front, and then you might have to pay them back. And I would say a lot of people use it as to cost basis lowering. That's what I would call it. People lower their cost basis with this. So this is a strategy which is really useful, and it would work really well with like, let's say Children's Place recently. So over this time, let's say it went up 50-60%, or even just went up 5%, it would expire worthless in these 30 days, and then you would be fine. So there's another strategy I will show in the next video, where you can take advantages, 50% move and all these things, just buying the actual calls. So I would say like this is more of a casino being the house, and then the next video I'll show is more being the gambler. But you have to, I would say you would have to have an edge if you want to go into the casino and be the gambler, right? Which you can do with a small amount of money if you want, and then take big gains. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you liked it, and I hope you can like the video, and it would be helpful to grow the channel. Thank you.